chez Satoshi for the love of crypto and coffee. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto and Coffee, right now. One small action from your part, and you make me happy. So today, I want to introduce you Reserve, a great project that's come to my attention, and I put it on my list for potential of article. And so today, I decided to talk about Reserve. What is Reserve? What you need to know about it: Reserve is a flexible pool of stablecoin designed to reduce risk through diversification and decentralized governance, and you can even mine and redeem RSV. So basically, it's a pool of stablecoin, and the core mission of the project, from what I'm understanding, they want to build a stable cryptocurrency from any kind of situations. It's going to remain always stable. So countries that experience high inflation, for example, can use Reserve to preserve their wealth. That's the core idea, the core mission of Reserve. Let's continue to discover more about this project and the token, etc., etc. So to everyday use, Reserve is just an app for buying, holding, and spending digital US dollars. So you can use the app if you want to interact and buy stablecoin. So introducing Reserve, a stable digital currency for a country with high inflation. So if you want, you're curious, you can watch this video of 5 minutes that explain the core idea, the core missions to stabilize and preserve your wealth with a stablecoin always pegged to $1 in terms of US value. So that's the whole idea. We see a whole lot of utility in stable crypto. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel with a nice coffee. So the first major point with stable crypto: protect your money. Reserve enable people and businesses in country with high inflations to protect their money by moving it out, broking currency into a stable digital currency. Like as example, a use case, it's Venezuela. What is interesting, I see somewhere the application available in Venezuela. More country coming soon. I think this is cool. Send money across border. Reserve make it cost effective to send money across borders. This enables people to send money home to their family. So when you go work outside, you send money back to your family, and your wife is happy, and your children, woohoo! And businesses to pay international suppliers in a stable currency. So you can pay as well if you have some bill or you want to buy an asset and sell it for another price. You can buy with stable crypto like Reserve. Easily accept payment. Reserve allow businesses to accept payment in a stable digital currency, enabling them to easily pay the international suppliers while also keeping their money out of inflation-proof local currency. So when they have value, when they have stability, businesses will accept crypto reserve like Reserve. So you can transact if it's US dollars or a stable coin. It's the same idea. It's always stable, so you have predictability in mind. So download the Reserve white paper. You can check. I'm going to check after that the white paper. The token power the Reserve protocol. So they have two cryptocurrency. In the beginning, I say, oh no, not another project with two cryptocurrency. Like Crypto.com, they had MCO and Crow, and now they just removed the MCO out of the market, because when you're an investor or you want to interact with the project, it's pretty hard to understand, to manage two crypto. Like on the project Hive, they have supposedly a stable crypto and the native token. So I don't know. Let's go jump to right away. But sometimes I think it's better to always to focus to one crypto instead of two. But in the case, I'm going to explain why. So the Reserve RSV, the stable cryptocurrency that is economically and legally robust at any scale, decentralized, 100% asset backed and funded by top Silicon Valley investor. So supposedly this one is always stable at $1. So this is the main currency that people want to buy and hold for the stability, and they peg it to the US dollars at $1. Reserve White RSR, the fluctuating protocol token that play a role in stabilizing RSV and confers the cryptographics rights to purchase excess reserve token as a network grows. So basically, the reserve right is they have implement a mechanism to make sure that depend on any type of the market condition or the price variation or fluctuation of the price of RSV, reserve right have some mechanism to peg and stabilize the RSV with automation. So this is cool. So that's the reason they implement this way and the vision of the team to create two cryptocurrency for the project Reserve. Meet the team. As you can see, the founders is Navid Freeman. So Nevin oversees strategy, legal, and team coordination at Reserve. Nevin is an entrepreneur who has co-founded 3 companies. His mission in life is to solve a coordination problem that are stopping humanity from achieving its potential. And is particularly concerned about averting the long-term risk posed by the development of artificial intelligence. So as you can see, you see a lot of young team. Other people seem in the 20s, something like that. But it's a young team. And they are as well backed by investor Coinbase Venture. Coinbase is a digital currency exchange headquartered in San Francisco and originally incubated by Y Combinator. Coinbase Venture is an early stage venture fund focused on investing in blockchain related companies. So they see potential in Reserve and they back it by a strong company on the market with a strong reputation. So this is an interesting project for the people to invest. I'm not a financial advisor, but they back it by great reputation company out there in the crypto spheres. Enemy time! If you find interesting what I'm doing, subscribe to my YouTube channel with a nice coffee. Nice coffee. Crypto and coffee, my friend. Okay, let's go jump to the next section, the RSV portal. So this is the app that you can mine RSV. Basically, what you need to do is they support 3 cryptocurrency. I haven't tested, but I presume like any other app of this kind. So you provide stablecoin, and you're going to have mint or an exchange for one for RSV to keep your value. So they support USDC, that I think is the cryptocurrency is supported, if memory is good, from Coinbase. And the available balance Tether is the most popular stablecoin on the market, that they have over 80% of the market. I think that's the first one, and they recognize on many trading exchange out there for keeping well and stability. And the PAX, that they support 3. I don't know if they're going to support more, but basically you go there to mine RSV. The protocol, the background. So the Reserve protocol background, it's and the initial production version of Reserve protocol will operate in a substantially centralized way. And over time, each protocol component will be migrated on-chain and released from control by the founding team, eventually becoming fully decentralized. There are 3 planning phases at the Reserve network. Basically, at the moment, we are in the centralized phase where Reserve is backed by a smaller number of collateral tokens, each of which is tokenized US dollars. I always have difficulty to spell the collateral. Okay, collateral. So the next phase will be decentralized phase, where Reserve is backed by exchanging basket of assets in a decentralized way, but still stabilized in price with respect to the US dollar. So the team have the focus to now they centralize it, but they move forward to be fully decentralized, and they are in different stage. And the independent phase, world reserve is no longer pegged to the US dollar with the intent of stabilizing in its real purchasing power regardless of fluctuation and value of the dollar. This will be interesting to see in action when they will be in this phase. So basically, the three phases: centralized phase, decentralized phase, and fully independent of the US dollars, but to keep the peg always stable with probably with protocol mechanisms or something like that. I will not read the raw thing, but just show you the main object sections. So the token, the reserve protocol interact with three kinds of token. The reserve token, the RSV, that I say, a stable cryptocurrency that can be held and spent the way we use the US dollars and other stable fiat money. The reserve right token, RSR, a cryptocurrency used to facilitate the stability of the reserve token. And the collateral tokens, other assets that are held by reserve smart contract in order to back the value of the reserve token, similar to when the US government used to back the US dollar with the gold. So basically, you have the protocol is backed by other kind of asset, gold, silver, or can be any kind of thing that you can tokenize that keep its value, basically. How the reserve token is stabilized. And if the amount goes down, the reserve token price is expected to fall on secondary market. What happens? Suppose the redemption price is $1. If the price reserve on the open market is 90 cents, arbitrators will be incentivized to buy it up and redeem it, the reserve smart contract, to $1 roll of collateral token. Then we'll continue buying on open market until there is no more money to be made, which is when the market price match the redemption of $1. The same mechanism work and reserve when demands go up. People's going to buy until the price is pegged to $1. How the reserve protocol is capitalized. I will not read it all because it's pretty intense to understand the mechanism of pegging the dollar. But what you need to do is to understand the core of the project is to build a stable currency always at $1. The mechanism, the majority of people will not care about the mechanisms. What people care is the stability and predictability of $1 when you use a token like reserve. What happened when the collateral token depreciates? I'm going to put the link of the protocol. You can read by yourself. So the reserve protocol mechanism. So this is pretty technical. This is pretty like I said, they have specific use case where you can go there. But I invite you to check it yourself. It's really straightforward. Reserve.org protocol. I'm going to put the main website and as well a protocol. So I invite you to read it, to have to increase your knowledge about reserve, about this specific knowledge. All the mechanism of the stability is working out of the box. So this is the CEO, the reserve protocol explaining in the London Sprawl. You can as well check this video. You as well, I'm going to show you in a few minutes the white paper PDF. So join the conversation. They have headquarters in Oakland, CA, California. So they are active on Telegram and Twitter. Our ethic, our principle. I think this is really important to emphasize on that thing. Today, there is a severe lack of transparency and trust in many world monetary system, and this is really strong argument. Hundreds of millions of people live in countries without stable currencies, resulting in dramatic losses of wealth. And this is cool. Can you imagine to work your whole life and you work in a country like Venezuela? You accumulate you almost retire, or you are in your retirement, and you work your whole life and your currency can vanish in a fraction of a second just because the government mismanaged the printing press and print more, and you create high inflation that experience for over 1,000,000%. I don't know how much, but people make art on the street just with the Venezuela or fiat dollars. People don't want oil anymore. They can put a big chunk of the Bolivar and put it on the street. People don't care anymore, so they need stability. People were scared to have previously the exchange of value. Money is only exchange of value. That's it. Not much, not less. So it's important to have predictability and have stability. So that's the CEO, the core missions to have created reserve. So I continue the reading of this important principle. The inability to effectively protect saving prevent people from planning for the futures, and this is real, and bettering themselves. The world needs a stable global digital currency that gives people autonomy and control of their money. The result, a massive opportunity for stable coins to fundamentally transform the way the world transacts. But with the opportunity comes enormous responsibility. On one hand, the potential of stablecoin to bring financial stability and prosperity to millions of people is extremely positive. On the other hand, if the stability of this digital currency fails, millions could lose their saving. At Reserve, this is not a responsibility we take lightly. And everything we do, we are committed to considering not only the profitability of different options for the Reserve network, but also the broader impact each option will have globally. So I need some coffee in the meantime, friend. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto and Coffee, right now. Okay, so let's continue. The three major points for the stabilize this cryptocurrency that we call reserve: prioritize stability over short-term investor return when they directly trade off. 2. Share knowledge of how to create stability even when it's enable competitions. 3. Take governance into our hands, and this is important. The 3 factor and the vision of the team. I really love the principle, and this is something we need in the world, my friend, because I already talked with a few people that come from Venezuela, and can you imagine, like I say already, you can have all your savings in the bank account to lose all its value. So this is important to diversify and invest in stability, or like with gold, silver, crypto like Bitcoin, that the core mission of this hard asset, or even electronic like Bitcoin, that is a protocol, exchange of value, that keep its, they have scarcity that is always locked to 21 millions, not more, not less. So it's a great time, a great era to invest on those hard assets to avoid, but at least now we have reserve that they build mechanisms to have stability over the protocol and to build the reserve to always peg it to $1 and eventually to be fully decentralized, independent, and with the protocols going to, with all the mechanisms built in it, to always peg to $1. So our visions. This is a long text. I will just show you the main benefit of using the why the vision to have created this reserve, and for the cryptocurrency in general. Cryptocurrency started as a technical diction and a mailing. Can you imagine that? With Bitcoin over 11 years ago, grew into a small movement, attracted hordes of speculators, and then slanted into zillion useless imitations of himself. We believe his destiny to consolidate and eventually give way to battle for power on the global stage. This is important because a lot of consolidation is something that will happen eventually. So a lot of companies try to build something, but sometimes they have they all bidding the same thing, but at certain point the market is going to decide which will be the winner, or what's the ministry is going to head up. We foresee uncomfortable disruptions, a real threat of catastrophe, and a real promise of increased prosperity. Let us try to explain. Money is broken in some part of the world. Corrupt government have hard time maintaining stable value of the currency. This is real true. Like and country, going to show you the country where would experience high inflation. Cryptocurrency, it's tempting to solve the problem, with many projects working on centralized coins that are pegged to the US dollar. We have a bunch of stable coins like DAI, Tether, and many more. The future dominant cryptocurrency will be a decentralized, dollar-independent stablecoin, and it will change the economic situation in many countries around the world. This is true powerful statement, my friend. I need some coffee. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto and Coffee, right now. The core problem with existing money. So basically, as I mentioned here, I'm going to put the link as well of the visions, because it's worth to read. I will just go briefly just to understand the vision of the creation of reserve. If you check Venezuela, South Sudan, Democracy of Congo, Argentina, Libya, Angola, Sudan, Syria, Suriname, and Yemen, all those countries experience high inflations, 20, 22, 25, 26. And in the case of Venezuela, it's 4 million%. Directly measured inflation rate often multiple higher than the officials estimate. In the case of Venezuela, the directly measured rate is actually lower, but still out of control. Even in the whole, and back in the day, people mined new coin and dilute the quality of the material built, or the metal on the silver. That's make the collapse of many empire, like the Roman Empire eventually. So as you can see, they put mechanisms to make hard to duplicate fiat money. The story with crypto is pretty long. They should probably work on this to make it more happening for reading, because I think it's too long. What's coming next? The event begin picture, the journey ahead. I'm going to read just the last statement. A version of Reserve has been running on the ROS 10 testnet for a while now, but the process of responsibly launching a piece of software this important involves iterative stage of testing and a productive environment before control is handling to the token holders. Ultimately, a network isn't about the technology, it's about the people, and this is cool. Ultimately, a network isn't about the technology, is it about the people? Reserve started with one ID and 1%, and has snowballed into an epic team supported by investor and growing community. It's still just the beginning, but the journey is about to get very exciting. We hope you'll join us. So I invite you to read it, the completely to get the picture of the visions. But personally, I think it's too long for visions, especially on the main page. You can probably strip this and put it someone and to read it in less than 2-3 minutes. That's my philosophy, or even less, 1 minute, to get on the understanding the core mission. But basically, to have stability, there is available the apps already in Venezuela, and other countries will follow, I believe. But go check the visions. I'm going to put as well the core mission, the visions, the ethic, and the main page of Reserve. So you can have more knowledge, more links to, if you want to investigate yourself and understand the value behind it. The value behind it, I see it, is for countries with high inflations to have access to a stable coin. This is my personal sponsor stock from the reading I read and present to you at the same time. But personally, it's not an application I will invest in, because in a country like Canada, where I am, I don't think we need the reserve, because our fiat money is pretty stable. We have inflation around 1, 2, 2.5, but we have stability. The inflation is really controlled. So, but we need always to work more each year because even the Canadian money is lost its value over time because the printing press is print, especially with the COVID-19, is going to lose its value, and we're going to experience. If I say, for example, 1 year you buy for example, an hamburger that is about $5. Probably next year's will be $5.50. Who knows? But always, all the price always increase over time, and you lose purchasing power. So our vision, I'm going to put it, I will say this is the block interface to say recent price on scanning prosperity with stablecoin, initial calculating supply of RSR reserve. They have a great bunch of articles. You can go where arbitrators should hold RSV visit RSR. So they have, if you want more knowledge or you want to dig more into this project, so a good ways to follow the blog. Media coverage and announcement: Bloomberg, FT, Financial Times, Forbes, Coinbase, Cointelegraph, all reputation crypto news site on the market. So the white paper, I'm going just to show you rapidly, briefly about the white paper. I read probably half of it. So reserve stabilization protocol. I'm just show you the index here. Content, introductions, the opportunity for stable cryptocurrency. So it explains the core, what's the current condition of the opportunity to bring stable cryptocurrency on the market. The challenge for stable currency, they have some challenges. Nothing is perfect, but they have some mechanism that is very technical. So if I invite you to, I'm going to put the link as well of the white paper, so you can read with a nice coffee. Overview of the reserve protocol. So specifically, what mechanisms the reserve protocol intend to use, or they have already implemented on the reserve protocol to, like I say, the mechanisms to stabilize the token. The reserve protocol, if you want to know the technical level, this is you will be from page 17 to 22. And the summary, an iterative automation approach, launching soft. So I will not cover because I just read half of it, and it's pretty technical, and it's about history of crypto and why we need to reserve, and the mechanism implemented in reserve to stabilize the token, and that's I already explained that in 3 phases. Now centralize it, after that decentralize it, and are fully independent. So in the meantime, if you find meaning about project, my presentation of this kind of information, if you found value of what I'm doing, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto and Coffee. Help me to monetize the channel. It's take a long time. It will be a hard work to reach the minimum, but I'm pretty confident I will get it eventually. In the meantime, for the love of crypto and coffee, come visit my outstanding website, sadashi.com, and come subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto and Coffee, and have a great day ahead. See you on the next video, and have a great week as well. Ciao, ciao. See you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.